get the real deal now. Gonna kick this sorry ass out on the street. Yeah, what you got? You think you on the street? We'll pack your bag and your ass is dead meat. Victory.
That's right, it's here. Thursday night. It can only mean one thing. It's time, and we're back at it again. Welcome to another episode of The Lowdown Show on No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast, the weekly episodic podcast where me and my co-hosts review and discuss Raw and Smackdown from the past week, as well as any important news going on in the WWE. I am your host, Kyle Masters. You can follow me on Twitter at RealKyleMasters. I am joined by my co-host, the boss, Mr. Corporate himself,
Yeah.
Corporate Cappy.
Hey, your favorite show you said is Sundays. What was that about? Come on.
They're both my favorite shows, Thursday and Sundays.
Okay.
I can't pick a favorite right now. But his Twitter account, at Corporate Cappy, you can go ahead and follow him. You can also follow the podcast on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to us on YouTube. All the links will be in the description below. Thanks for tuning into your favorite Thursday night WWE podcast, as well as my favorite, live on Spreaker Radio at Spreaker.com/NHBWP. If you would like to join in on the conversation and share your thoughts about Raw and Smackdown, tweet us at NoHoldsBarredWP and use the hashtag TheLowdownShow, or leave a comment in the section below on the YouTube video. So without further ado, let's get into it, guys. Raw and Smackdown this week was kind of interesting enough, as Smackdown actually did have some good matches. I'm actually really surprised. For once, they actually had some good matches.
Last week's Smackdown couldn't get much worse.
That wasn't even SmackDown. That was Main Event 2.0. That was just really bad.
Superstars 2.0.
The opening segment of Raw this week, we had Shane McMahon open Raw to like a huge ovation. Like, the Chicago crowd's always a good one. But Shane got like a massive ovation. He started talking about Vince's comments, disowning him and writing him out of his will and stuff like that. It was just really deep comments by Vince.
Kind of feels uncomfortable sometimes when Vince is doing that.
when you're listening to it, it's like, oh man, like we've seen stuff like this before, but now it's just like,
like last week when he said you're just the son of a bitch now.
Yeah,
like,
that was deep. That was deep, Vince. And as Shane's talking, all of a sudden he gets interrupted by Undertaker's gong, and everyone's like, "Oh shit, Undertaker's actually here! Like we're gonna have to stare down now." And Vince McMahon's Titantron plays, and then Vince comes out trolling, like, "Oh, you weren't expecting me?"
I love it.
Oh man, that was the biggest troll.
Vince. I love it.
Like there was so much crowd heat. They were even chanting "asshole" to him, like really loud. I was surprised. And that was like Attitude Era. Like the asshole chants were so loud. Never heard that loud before since the Attitude Era itself. And they even chanted CM Punk at Vince, just as like a troll chant.
Didn't he say something back? He's like, "Well,
he's
that's
like,
stop
he's
soon."
like, that's probably gonna stop soon." That's hilarious. I wonder if they're gonna bleep that out. I gotta go look at the Raw review on the YouTube channel to see if they took that out. Vince goes ahead and talks about Shane's match at WrestleMania, and if he loses, how much of a disappointment he will be to his kids, and they'll have no one to look up to as a father figure than Vince himself. Like that just makes it even more deep. Like Vince just keeps bringing these cutthroat comments,
and Shane's getting pissed. He's like, "Don't bring my kids into it."
It's just nuts. I can't believe Vince is actually going this far. Vince then orders a bunch of like these retarded security guards. I don't even know where they get these guys from. These guys they put in these black tight security shirts. I think they're like performance center guys. They're like, you know what, we need some security guards. You guys want some TV time? Here, take a T-shirt.
Not even. They're probably just local security guys.
Local security.
Local security.
Thank you to the Chicago local security for that Monday Night Raw segment. Vince orders them to escort Shane from the arena. Shane kind of warns them, saying, like, "Don't tempt me. Like, I've had it up to here right now. Don't even touch me." And then, sure enough, the one guy touches him, and then Shane just beats the shit out of all four of these guys. Like, literally, like, beats the crap out of him and sends him out of the ring.
4 guys at once.
And, like, Shane's like egging Vince to come in the ring after too, and that basically ended the segment. But way to add fuel to the fire, Vince.
Yeah.
Like, this segment, or this feud has just gotten even more intense, and Undertaker's not even there.
He doesn't even have to.
He doesn't have to be there for, like, the fuel to be added. It was just like when the McMahons kind of feuded with DX. It was all the McMahons, or when Vince was feuding with Shawn Michaels. It was all them that ignited this whole feud. It was just, it's nuts what they can do with a feud. It's nuts. But I'm actually enjoying it. I'm actually looking forward to the WrestleMania match. This has added more potential because Shane's gone on and released more training videos. Now that it doesn't look like he's going to have her fill-in, it's going to be him.
Yeah.
That remains to be said. We'll see what happens with that. Moving on, guys, we have the Kevin Owens and the IC title picture It's still unclear what the plans are for the IC title right now. Whether they're, with the current rumors that it's going to be a triple threat match, or it's going to be a multiple man ladder match, or they're going to go back to that same ladder match they had last year. Who knows? But it's all up in the air right now. There's nothing confirmed, set in stone. We'll see what happens. But on Raw this week, we had Owens face Neville, which actually was a pretty good match. This actually was really entertaining. A lot of good spots.
They had a really good match last year as well.
Yeah, and they had a lot of good spots. A lot of that NXT kind of shit brought into this match, which is good. Like, when you bring up NXT talent, you got to bring their NXT moves and their just anything they've pulled off in NXT, they can pull off on Raw to make Raw that much better. Like, we even saw Neville pull off a shooting star press off the top corner onto the outside. That's nuts. Like, that's something you don't see on Raw on a regular basis. That was crazy. There's also another spot where, like, I don't know how Owens kicked out. He kicked out at like 2 3/4. It was so close to being a 3 count. I'm like, that's the end of the match? Like, what? Even Neville thought, like, the ref accidentally counted 3. He's like, oh, wait, did he count 3? And, like, kind of looked at him. But, anyways, Kevin Owens won by roll-up by holding the tights, and then started to beat up Neville, and was about to give him a pop-up powerbomb on the outside when freaking Sami Zayn returns. We haven't seen him since the Royal Rumble. Just runs down the ramp, starts beating the shit out of Kevin Owens. They're brawling with each other. They end up getting in the ring, and then ends up Sami Zayn and Neville getting the upper hand by knocking Owens out of the ring and celebrating. Freaking Zayn's going nuts, ripping his shirt off. I'm like, oh, please don't tear your shoulder again. Just relax a little bit, Zayn.
I guess, is he not on NXT? Like, is he?
No, that's the confusion. I'm still seeing, like, rumors. People are saying, like, well, he's got, like, a match at NXT TakeOver Dallas. Is he not fully on the main roster yet? I think this is the slowly, from now until the Raw after WrestleMania, this is the slow transition from putting him from NXT to the main roster. Because NXT is filmed, like, 4 weeks ahead. So that's why it's tough when you're trying to transition someone from NXT to WWE while there's still current storylines going on in NXT with that superstar. They would have to be, like, injured or something, or out of storyline NXT for them to be a clean transition from that to the main roster.
I'm pretty sure, like, the main event of NXT this week was Samoa Joe versus
Sami Zayn. So it's a little confusing watching both and going, it's tough because, like, I just seen him on Raw and then he went back to NXT to fight. But no, it's filmed 4 weeks ahead, so it's crazy. But good for Sami Zayn. Kind of looks like he's going to be making that main event roster transition. As we head over to SmackDown, there was a Miz TV segment with Kevin Owens and Zayn, which actually kicked off SmackDown. They were the guests, and they start arguing with each other, and then Neville interrupts. So it kind of looks like Neville is still in this IC title picture, which is good. He interrupts and starts trash-talking Owens about their Raw match and, like, how he grabbed the tights and, like, he cheated to win. Eventually, everyone starts brawling with each other, which led to a tag team match. I mean, you had to see that coming. It's SmackDown. It's the king of all tag team matches. They should just change that to Friday Night Tag Team. Like, every match ends, every match ends up in a tag match. Friday Night Tag Down. Neville and Zayn faced Miz and Owens. Miz went for a tag to tag Owens in the face Zayn. Zayn kind of like egging Owens to get in the ring. Owens just walked away and left Miz in the middle of the ring.
Typical Kevin Owens in a tag match.
And that led to Miz getting pinned for the loss.
So I'm assuming with, like, guys like Zayn and Neville being in the storyline, they're probably going to have the ladder match.
Yeah, so that's 4 people. And if the Miz is going to be included, that's already 4. And they're probably going to add maybe 2 more. So it kind of almost leans towards a 6-man ladder match like they did last year. Or you could just leave it at 4 and have a fatal 4-way ladder match for the IC title WrestleMania.
Maybe they won't even have a ladder match. Maybe it'll just be a fatal 4-way.
Made a fatal 4-way. That'd be kind of crazy. But I'd love to see that.
Isn't Ziggler still in this picture as well?
Ziggler is, he keeps getting butt in and out of this picture. I mean, on SmackDown he was in another match, so it's kind of hard. But who knows? We'll have to see what happens with that. But as for that, I'm predicting maybe the fatal 4-way match or a 6-man ladder match. It's one or the other is going to happen. And it's going to include Neville, it looks like, and it's going to include Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, which is good. That has a lot of potential to be a really good match at WrestleMania. The moves they can pull off in that match is unbelievable. So.
Oh, yeah. And if Kalisto wasn't the U.S. champion, he'd probably be
included into it, too. I mean, he had a crazy ladder spot at TLC, which is going to be unforgettable. That's going to go down in history. Yep. Probably be a move of the year for a while. But moving on, guys, to the Y2AJ saga, which kind of lasted 1 week.
Can I, like, rant about this?
I mean, it didn't last long.
But why would they make a t-shirt and put it on the shop for a week.
That's what I didn't get, because
What the hell was the point
they
of
even
that?
put it on the shop and advertised the shit out of it on the shop.
People are spending hard-earned money on this fucking shirt that they put out for a week. Like, it could have had a lot of potential to make them a lot of money, and they just scrapped it after 1 week. I think they dropped the ball with this.
Yeah, I really agree with that. That was really confusing to me. I mean, on Raw, they had a match. It was New Day versus Y2J for the tag titles, which actually was a really good match. This was match of the night on Raw. I loved it. After the match, we had the classic Y2J heel turn.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, what else is new? He gave AJ Styles 3 code breakers. Not just one. He gave him 3 code breakers.
And didn't he give him a hug first?
Yeah, and he took the Y2J shirt and shoved it in his mouth.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, Jericho, what are you doing? You mad, bro?
It's like Ted DiBiase with the money when he beat somebody.
Yeah, that's right. Chris Jericho then on Smackdown cut a promo about AJ Styles and all the Y2J fans. Basically, like, he's jealous of all the fans chanting AJ Styles and not Chris Jericho and what Chris Jericho's done for this company. Basically just playing the heel. He's playing a great heel. Jericho's always the greatest heel. He'll be more of a better heel than a better face.
Yeah.
It's just
He's
Y2J.
Yeah.
He then grabs a Y2AJ shirt and he has one of those classic WWE steel trash cans in the middle of the ring and burns it and puts it in the trash can.
Great spot.
Yeah, it's really weird. But I guess off camera, which was really weird why this wasn't on camera, AJ Styles came out, and then he got blindsided by the Ascension for some reason. So they're keeping the Ascension off TV, it looks like, for some reason as well. They started brawling with Styles in the ring, and Styles cleared the ring as Jericho watched from the ramp, and then they had a stare down. Why was that not included on TV? I don't understand, because they cut the commercial as soon as he was done burning the T-shirt.
I guess maybe they don't want the Ascension on TV, I guess.
I didn't get that, but
I don't know. I just think this feud could have went on a little bit longer.
I really hope it doesn't end in a Mania match. I
understand that that's probably what's going to happen, and I understand that everybody wanted the Y2J heel turn, which I wanted too, but I just think, like, if you're going to make the shirt, you're going to make the tag team, at least have it last longer than one fucking
they
week.
could have done this like the SmackDown and Raw before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And then if they're going to have a match, maybe just, I don't know what kind. If they don't do something interesting with this match, it's going to be boring as hell. They have to have like a stipulation like loser quits WWE. And if that were the case, obviously Y2J would lose and go back with Fozzy for a bit, and then you come back as a heel again or a face again, whatever he wants to do.
I guess they think that it's going to be interesting enough if one's a heel and one's a face, because the first 3 matches they were both face.
So unfortunately, it does look like these guys are going to have a WrestleMania match, which I'm okay and I'm not okay with. I'm on the fence with this right now.
If they didn't already have 3 matches, okay.
But. Yeah. Maybe I'll be off the fence come Sunday on the Sunday Night Heat. Maybe I'll be really pissed about it. We'll see. Moving on, it looks like Ryback is the next in line for the U.S. title.
Great.
I'm not sure how I feel about this, as in, it does not look like a good matchup at all. You have this massive Ryback guy, and you have Kalisto, this cruiserweight U.S. champion.
But Ryback's, like, trying to be heel, but he's trying to be face at the same time.
It's very confusing. I mean, on Raw, as you said, before Mr. Back's match, he cut a pretty decent promo, though, surprisingly, on Kalisto backstage, saying how much he respects Kalisto and his career, but then he goes on by saying that tag teams hold you back. Ryback knows via Rybaxel, and then he should leave the Lucha Dragons and become that singles U.S. champion. It kind of makes sense. I mean, the promo kind of half made sense, and I'm like, wow, Ryback actually cut a decent promo. I wasn't even worried about what he was saying. I'm like, wow, this is actually pretty good.
I don't know. Maybe those not having the singlet anymore has changed him.
It's a new persona, and the singlet was holding you back, Ryback. Ryback versus Curtis Axel was the match on Raw, and yep, you guessed it was a squash match.
Heathy baby,
you got squashed. Oh wait, that was Axel baby.
Oh my god, they're terrible.
That whole group, the Social Outcast, they're just awkward.
Didn't they cut a small?
They cut a promo before, but again, it's just one of those
a bunch of
nonsense, stupid awkwardness. I mean, it goes with their name. They're the Social Outcasts, and in that stupid Saw promo that Chris Axel did in the middle of the ring, just added to it.
Axeman cometh.
Oh my lord,
great.
I was losing it. Like, why is this? Why? I mean, they have to do something with these guys. Why not put them in a group and call them social outcasts?
Have them job together.
The social jobs, that's what they are. But on SmackDown, League of Nations, Barrett and Sheamus faced the Lucha Dragons, which was actually a semi-okay match for the most part. League of Nations won, though, via Bullhammer on Sin Cara, which is kind of making, Kalisto think about it, going, maybe Ryback's right. And then right after the match, they cut to a backstage promo with Ryback and JoJo. Ryback cut a promo saying how two little men couldn't beat two big men. And, just saying more stuff about how he's the big guy and stuff like that. So, it's going to come down to it. It looks like it's going to be Kalisto versus Ryback at WrestleMania for the U.S. title. Which, Jesus Christ, what do you do with this match? You can't even do a last man standing because that's too obvious who's going to win that match.
It's probably just going to be a regular match. There's going to be no stipulation in this match.
Yeah, that's going to be bad. That's a way to bury the U.S. title.
Poor Kalisto. He's like, what the hell am I supposed to do with him?
Yeah, is it even fair? I don't understand this.
Like, what is he supposed to do? And if Kalisto wins, how is he supposed to win?
Yeah, to me, this doesn't sound appealing at all. I mean, I thought they were going to do Ryback face someone like Goldberg. I thought they were going to bring Goldberg back and make that legend that comes back to WrestleMania to have a match or something. Just like last year when the NWO and DX came back. But I guess not. I guess it's going to be Ryback versus Kalisto. Ugh. I guess we can get excited for that. I'm not really sure.
No, that would be the worst match.
Yeah. Hopefully plans change and something better comes out of this. If not, I think it's just WWE worrying about the main events already set in stone and forgetting about everything else.
They're just going to come up with it on the spot the fucking week before.
Yeah, I don't get it. Ryback versus Kalisto. That's something you see on Main Event or WWE Superstars that no one gives a shit about. But now they're actually going to have a WrestleMania match that looking like it's going to be the
pre-show?
The biggest WrestleMania of all time.
Can that be the pre-show
I hope that's the pre-show match. Like the one of the two pre-show. I'm guessing they're going to have two pre-show matches. They had two last year. So they might even have two this year. I mean, with the roster size and the amount of matches that are going into WrestleMania this year, there might be two. Might even be three. That'd be a big pre-show.
Holy fuck.
Anyways, moving on, guys. The Brie Bella and Lana saga looks like has just started and potentially building into a WrestleMania match.
Yeah, Lana actually got involved.
To me, this could be interesting if Lana actually gets a chance to wrestle, which I think she will because it was reported today, actually, that she was seen at the Performance Center with Brie Bella training in the ring. Wow. So I think Lana's actually going to have a match at WrestleMania, which is going to be awesome. We're actually going to see Lana wrestle.
Has she had any wrestling experience before?
No idea. I've not looked into that. I'll try to look into that for the next show.
She did Brie Bella's finisher.
Yeah, the Bella Buster, as it's called. But on Raw, we had Brie Bella versus Summer Rae. My initial thought was, what the fuck? Why the hell was this a match? This was terrible booking.
I think this is going to be foreshadowing a relevant segment for Sunday Night Heat.
Oh, yeah. It was terrible booking by WWE. The crowd was very bored during this entire match.
Why is Summer Rae getting a bunch of TV time?
And Paige is not. This is what I don't get. Paige or even Natalya are not getting TV time, and Summer Rae all of a sudden is getting all this TV time. Why? She's terrible. I don't understand.
She's Kelly 2.0.
Man, she's better as a manager than a wrestler. That's all I gotta say. But
they should have kept her with Tyler.
The crowd was very, very bored with this entire match, and they were not appealing. It wasn't appealing whatsoever. I mean, talk about Divas Revolution. That was Divas crap. Lana comes out in the middle of the match in this DZ girl attire for some reason. Yeah. I don't understand. Summer Rae picked up the victory though after that distraction on a roll up. What's up with Summer Rae winning by roll-up, too? She won against my girl Paige, and now she just beat Brie Bella via roll-up. What the fuck?
Can I ask you a question? What the hell is Summer Rae's finisher? Is it a scissors kick?
I think it's... Well, isn't that Naomi's, signature? I don't even know. This is how bad Summer Rae is. I don't even know what her finisher is. I don't know. I'll look that up for the next show as well. Or if you guys know, leave a comment in the section below.
Yeah, tell us what the hell
is Summer Rae's finishing move. Because we don't know. That's how bad she is. We have no idea. Anyways, Lana got in the ring after that and gave Brie Bella it's called the Bella Buster.
The Bella Buster.
Which actually was pretty clean. It was very cleanly done. I love the way Lana did it. She didn't botch at all. It was really clean. So maybe she can wrestle.
Yeah, she had that skirt on too. I was hoping...
Yeah, but it looks like she might be a good wrestler. I mean, that's only one move, but we can't base it off that.
Yeah.
But maybe she can be a good wrestler. This literally was the only positive out of the match, was Lana's Bella Buster on Brie Bella. The only positive in that entire match.
Yeah, we need to move on.
So, sort of, on to SmackDown, Brie Bella and Summer Rae had a rematch.
Oh my god.
For whatever reason, they're like, we have to have a rematch with these guys.
It was such a good match, you know?
It was match of the year. We have to have it again.
It was like the Big Show Kevin Owens match. They had to have it twice.
I don't even talk about that. They had like 3 times or something that. Brie Bella picked up the victory this time, though, via submission using the Yes Lock.
Oh, of course. Is that one of her new finishers now?
I'm guessing that's probably going to be one of her new finishers in the Daniel Bryan retirement saga. She's going to be using the Yes Lock. Lana was on commentary, though, in better and actually sexier attire this time. Looking like she just came out of the set of Grease. She had a leather skirt on and a leather jacket and a nice tank top underneath with her yellow hair all done up, or blonde hair all done up. Literally, she looked like she just came off the set of Grease. It was nuts.
Nice. But
yeah, it looked really good. I'm like, wow, Lana actually can get done up pretty good when she tries to not be this Russian... what's it called? She's a Russian... what is she? The ravishing Russian. That's it. When she's not dressed like that, like and she walk around with like a Putin ball sticking up, or a Smirnoff ball sticking up her Putin. She had then attacked Brie from behind and gave her another Bella Buster, which was exactly the same way as Raw. And then she led the crowd in a yes chant.
Oh my god.
So this is gonna be a WrestleMania match. I'm seeing it. Brie Bella versus Summer Rae.
You mean Lana?
Yeah.
No, Brie Bella versus Summer Rae, please.
No, wait.
Part
Brie
3.
Bella versus Lana. That's not happening. I hope we don't see part 3 on Raw next week. If I see part 3, I'm going to be so angry.
This will probably be the cool-down match between The Undertaker and the world title match.
Probably. I can see that. And I only want this to be a WrestleMania match because me and I'm guessing every man around the world wants to see Lana wrestle and wants to see what her wrestling attire is, man. She's got some key features that everyone wants to see.
Yeah, she's got some assets, you know?
Yeah. This could be a good match, though. If she ends up being a really good wrestler, Brie Bella's a good wrestler, as we know, this could be a good match.
It could be. It's got more potential than versus Summer Rae or...
yeah, that's for sure.
Alicia
Summer Rae
Fox
needs
something.
to disappear. Just go away, Summer Rae. Go to NXT or something. Just be a manager. Just don't wrestle Brie Bella again.
Who's more relevant, her, Summer Rae or Alicia Fox?
That's a topic I'm going to have to wait for Sunday Night Heat.
We might have to do a poll on that one.
Yeah. Speaking of divas, going into the divas title picture is starting to heat up. Charlotte definitely made a statement on Raw, but was not featured on SmackDown for some reason. None of the 3 were featured on SmackDown. I do not know why. They've been featured on SmackDown the last 2 weeks. Why were they not on SmackDown this week?
They wanted to have that Summer Rae match, you know?
I guess that was the big match this week. But on Raw, we had Becky and Sasha Banks teaming up to face Tamina and Naomi. Sasha and Becky were actually arguing before backstage.
Yeah, that was great.
Pretty good argument back and forth. And then you had Sasha saying it should have been her at WrestleMania facing Charlotte one-on-one than this triple threat match.
Yeah. Well, she's right.
Yeah, of course she's right in your books.
She's right.
But you know what? I have to agree with that because Becky is not ready to face Charlotte one-on-one at WrestleMania.
Then again,
she's not.
She already faced her and lost.
Yeah, so... You know what? Sasha does bring up a good point in that.
She does.
Getting into the match, I have a note here. Tamina wrestled actually pretty well for a 38-year-old woman. Age does a factor in WWE. I know you say 38 is not that old, but in WWE that's old. Yeah. Especially if you've been wrestling a while, like since the beginning of your career, that's old. And she actually wrestled pretty decent. Like she didn't botch that much in the match. I mean, there was one botch that was pretty clear, like along the ropes. But other than that, Tamina, good job. I applaud you on that, and that's pretty much it.
She's just the veteran now.
Yeah, but Sasha Banks ends up winning the match with the bank statement on Naomi.
Is that a surprise?
Bye-bye.
Come on. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bank statement, done. That was the biggest squash match I've ever seen for Naomi.
Yeah, that was
I
pretty
don't even
bad.
think she got a move in.
No,
and then now she's dyeing her hair trying
I was
to
paying attention to this match and I don't remember Naomi pulling off the move. That's how bad it is. Yeah, she dyed her hair a little bit red to kind of like copy the 2 over there with their colored troll doll hairs.
Troll doll hair.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
Charlotte then comes in after the match and attacks both Becky and Sasha from behind, laying them flat in the ring and basically making a statement for the WrestleMania match.
Oh, she's trying to make a bank statement. Eh?
Charlotte's making her own bank statement, her own woo statement.
Yeah, and then fucking Nate's doing his
dance and how to dance like Ric Flair. You just slap both shoulders with the opposite hand, which I'll be doing at WWE Roadblock. It's gonna be interesting. So if you're there, take a look out for me. Actually, really excited for this match. This whole Divas match is just triple threat form, and just the Divas in it. It's awesome. All these 3 Divas are from NXT again. NXT's taken over basically the main roster.
3 of the 4 horsewomen.
Yep, this has potential to be probably one of the matches of the night for WrestleMania.
This is my favorite match going into the card.
Yeah. If they can pull off some crazy shit like Becky or not like Sasha and Bayley did at NXT Takeover Brooklyn, and it can be that style of match, this match can be one of the matches of the night, and I'll be really excited for that. I'm actually going to be really excited for this match. So,
when was the last time we could say we were excited for a Divas
at
match?
WrestleMania? Yeah. Like, this is not the bathroom break match at WrestleMania is the cool down match between Undertaker's match and the world title. That I do not care, and I kind of want to see Lana, but I guess I can't really tell what the bathroom break match would be.
Kalisto versus Ryback.
Yeah, okay, that would be a bathroom break. So it's funny because you would say the Divas match would be the bathroom break, but this Divas match, everyone's gonna be tuning in for. Like, this is going to be great.
This should be the main event.
I don't know. Make co-main event.
You know what? Sasha will... If there's any diva that will main event a WrestleMania one day, it'll be her.
But I do still see Sasha winning the title at WrestleMania. And maybe hoping to go face my girl Paige in the near future. Maybe he can set up a SummerSlam match. Paige 1-on-1 against Sasha.
Depends on if Bayley's getting called up or not.
Yeah, that's true as well.
But she hasn't lost her title yet in NXT. So.
We'll have to see. So... that is the Divas titles picture, guys. And I'm really excited for it. Moving on, we have the Ambrose vs. Triple H Roadblock match heats up this week. It really does. This match is actually going to be intense now with all the potential title changes in the air. It's nuts of what could happen in this match on Saturday. It's crazy. So on Raw, we had Ambrose have an in-ring promo. He said he planned on winning the title and hijacking WrestleMania. He kind of it's weird how he says hijacking WrestleMania in Chicago, because if you remember the plans or the Raw crowd to hijack Raw when CM Punk first quit WWE, and they're just going to chant CM Punk throughout the entire night and just take over Raw. So it's funny how he said that in Chicago. He goes on and talks about Triple H's beatdown on him on Raw and SmackDown from the week before. He then goes and says that he will be the next face of the WWE, Ambrose. Going on to say he'll go to premieres, he'll be going to special events and charities side by side with Triple H, but he will not wear a suit. he'll wear his leather jacket, jeans, and his dirty ass, whatever that is, that muscle shirt, whatever that thing is, a tank top. Corporate Dean. So Triple H interrupts, and if anyone cares, he was in a suit. He wasn't in his shirt and jeans attire. He talks about the beatdown on Ambrose, and then Ambrose ends up saying that Triple H will suck it at Roadblock, bringing up DX there, which was pretty funny. And then Triple H went on by saying that WWE Roadblock has nothing to do with the title picture. It's just some creative backstage bright idea from marketing. So it's actually pretty funny. I thought it was a really stupid name anyways, but Ambrose goes on in saying he went on saying Ambrose is more of a speed bump than a roadblock.
Oh my god!
And Ambrose went and told Triple H to come and get in the ring so he can hear him better. And then Triple H obviously declines as a heel champion would, and books Ambrose versus Wyatt, which is pretty. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that match. So Ambrose versus Wyatt for the main event of Raw, which actually ended up being a really, really, really good match. So yeah, the Wyatt family, of course, interfered and beat down Ambrose. Like, of course they're going to interfere. If it's Bray Wyatt coming out alone, who knows when the Wyatt family is going to show up? And of course, they showed up near the end of the match. Actually, it was a really good match leading up to then. So it's kind of upsetting that they interfered, but you had to see it coming. Triple H comes out and looking to beat up Ambrose, but has a stare down with Bray Wyatt, which is very, very interesting. It's really, very interesting to see where this goes from then. Triple H clears the announce table for Ambrose when he went out to the outside, and then when he gets back in the ring, gets the dirty deeds from Ambrose, and then the show ends with Ambrose holding the title over Triple H. Ooh, that could be interesting.
Going back to the attack, did we miss a match? The Dolph Ziggler, the 3-on-1 against League of Nations?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I remember, because don't you remember Dolph Ziggler backstage with Stephanie?
Oh yeah, that's right.
And,
I did miss that.
About his tweet that he made.
I thought I wrote that in. All right, we'll get to that after this. On SmackDown, we actually, coincidentally, Ziggler, Ambrose, and the Usos teamed up with each other to face the Wyatts.
Oh my god.
I guess it kind of makes sense. But Team Ambrose won the match. So I guess you call him Team Ambrose. He won with the Dirty Deeds on Rowan. Not bad of a match for SmackDown, I might add, though. The whole match itself was pretty good. It made Ambrose look strong, as you just said, for his match at Roadblock. This feud looks pretty interesting. It's interesting to see what's going to happen at Roadblock. There's so many different outcomes that can come out of this.
Because then if Ambrose wins, he's got the match with Brock Lesnar.
Exactly. So, like, one outcome is Ambrose could win, get out of it, he can win and get out in a triple threat match at WrestleMania and not wrestle his Brock Lesnar match, and you have Brock Lesnar wrestle someone else. So he can wrestle in the triple threat match with Triple H and Reigns. Ambrose could win, and he gets made to wrestle both his matches by Triple H. He has to face Lesnar, and then he has to face Reigns one-on-one, his brother, basically. And then we can have Triple H face Bray Wyatt, maybe, since that stare down. Or we can have another outcome is Triple H wins, and Ambrose just gets added to the triple threat with facing Lesnar, too, as well. So there's a lot of different outcomes that could come out of this, and it's crazy to see. It's interesting to see what's going to play out after that. So
I could see, like, because Lesnar's going to be at Roadblock, too. I could see him just, like, attacking Ambrose and just getting involved in the match.
Yep, that could happen, too. There's so many possibilities, and I love the feud going into WrestleMania, so it's going to be interesting to see. But going back to what you said, Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, he posted a tweet. He
posted a tweet earlier before Raw, basically, like, criticizing himself for getting buried after basically he single-handedly ended the Authority's reign at Survivor Series. And the tweet had got made to get deleted, and then he tweeted right after going, "Oh my god, are you serious?" So he's pissed off that it got deleted. So on Raw, they mentioned it. They mentioned it on Raw, and they kind of did like a semi-feud with it on Raw. They had Stephanie and Ziggler talking about it backstage, and then Stephanie books Ziggler in a Survivor Series type of match, but he can't have any partners. So he gets to face League of Nations without any partners. And he beat Wade Barrett in the match. So he pinned Wade Barrett.
So Barrett got buried.
But then he gets buried by Sheamus and Rusev. And loses.
Del Rio had the night off for whatever reason.
I guess. I don't even know where Del Rio is. But anyways, like, so basically Ziggler got buried on Raw for his tweet.
Yep.
That was pretty
3-on-1 body bag.
So who knows what his status is going into WrestleMania now. Maybe he's going to get punished for this. So, sorry Ziggler, but man, you should have just kept your mouth shut, man.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah. But he's right, though. He's right.
He is right, though, in a way. Like, he did single-handedly cause the Authority to go out of power, and then after he just gets buried, like, they don't talk about him after that.
Nope.
Like, he basically did all the work. He pinned... Well, he kind of, after the distraction by Sting, he pinned Seth Rollins. So, you know, it can go both ways.
Yeah.
Where
the hell's Roman Reigns been?
Oh, he's been injured.
Is he still recovering from that
He's still recovering from the surgery. Everyone thought it was fake at first, for one. It was not fake. It was real. He did get hurt in the nose, and he had no surgery. So I guess it's being said he's being kept off TV until WrestleMania, maybe, or he might come back before. So who knows?
Well, maybe they'll have him back after this Roadblock.
Yeah, maybe
they wanted to have the Dean Ambrose.
It is Orlando, Florida.
Great.
The Citrus Bowl in Florida once again will hold WrestleMania 33.
How many WrestleManias have they gotten in the last 10 years?
They've had two. They had a WrestleMania 24 and they had a WrestleMania 28, and now they're gonna get WrestleMania 33. And once again, Toronto gets hosed out of another big event. I don't understand this. I'm not sure what the problem is with hosting something that big in Toronto. I mean, look at this year. We have the World Cup of Hockey coming to Toronto. We have the Winter Classic coming to Toronto. We have the NBA. We had the NBA All-Star Game in Toronto. And we also, don't forget, we had WrestleMania 18 in Toronto, the same place, Skydome, Rogers Center, whatever you want to call it, and it was successful. You had one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time there.
The Rock versus Hulk Hogan.
Exactly. I mean, WrestleMania 33 is going to be on April 2nd, 2017 at the Citrus Bowl Stadium for all you guys that want to know. They had a press conference early in the week on Tuesday where they had Cena there, Reigns was there, Vince was there, and others just promoting the event.
So I guess by them hosing us, they gave us a Roadblock.
Yeah. So they're like, oh yeah, we won't get WrestleMania, but we'll give you a roadblock.
We'll give you a WWE
thanks,
Network
guys.
special. Not
That
even
means so much, because I really wanted Roadblock instead of WrestleMania. Unbelievable. But the official logo is released, and here it is right here in the video. If you were watching, is right there. I'm pointing at it right now, but you can't see my fingers. I'm pointing at the new logo. That's it. You get the sun there, everything that shouts Florida, screaming Florida in this picture.
Yay, hooray.
There you go. All right, moving on to some more news. John Cena confirms his WrestleMania 32 status, surprisingly enough, at the WrestleMania 33 conference. He said at the WrestleMania 33 press conference, as much as he's been trying to get back in the ring, it will be the first time in 15 years he will be watching the event instead of wrestling at the event. Yeah, it sucks that you won't be there, but like WrestleMania 32 is already looking really good.
It's gonna move on without him,
and it's it already looks good with the confirmed matches and the rumored matches. So it's like you don't even need John Cena there this year.
No, we don't need him.
Maybe he'll come back for like a good SummerSlam match or his WrestleMania 33 rumored match already versus Undertaker.
They showed him down in the Performance Center with
that's what I mean.
Cesaro
Although
Cena's Rollins.
he's still continuing after this press conference. He cryptic tweeted coming back for WrestleMania 32 and never giving up. And Cena's been known for this. He's a troll on Instagram and he's a troll everywhere else. He might be trolling us. So maybe he trolled the press conference at WrestleMania 33. It might be back. Who knows? We don't know what's going on with John Cena.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens. But we don't need him at this year's WrestleMania.
You don't need him anymore. I've seen enough.
You've seen enough?
I've seen enough.
You've seen enough. Yep. Anyway, speaking of injuries, Seth Rollins has resumed his in-ring training.
Yep.
It's been reported that Seth Rollins has been wrestle training at his own little wrestling academy he has in Illinois. He's been seen working out with and without his knee brace at times and icing his knee after workouts for safety and just for precautionary measures. He hasn't been with that too. I mean, there's a lot they can do with that match. Who knows? But yeah, Rollins, it's good to hear he's back in the ring training, yep. So good for him.
Like I said, him, Cena, and Cesaro were at the Performance Center. So.
Yep, Cesaro too, man. Where the hell has he been?
Yeah,
we haven't heard from him in a long time as well. I'm hoping he comes back with a good recovery.
And Orton, we haven't heard anything from him.
Yeah, same
either.
with Orton. I know Orton, though, he's going to come back as a part-timer. He said it himself. Next time he gets injured like this, when he comes back, it's part-time schedule from now on. That's great. I mean, he's been in the industry for a long time. It's good for Orton to go back to that. I mean, we wish kind of John Cena would switch to that, but we'll see what happens with him. Moving on to some little bit news, something here and there to talk about. Big Boss Man is the next Hall of Fame induction into the Hall of Fame. Well deserved, I think. He's played a huge part in the WWE with his Big Boss Man gimmick.
That was one of the
he was also one of the he was like that security guard figure for the corporate ministry back in the day as well. So
he interrupted the Big Show's dad's funeral.
Yep. He's had a lot of good moments in WWE, so well deserved for Big Boss Man to be in the Hall of Fame. Yep. It'll also be said that WWE is building a physical Hall of Fame right now, and it's being in the talks right now. But of course, where do you think the location of this physical Hall of Fame is?
Stamford, Connecticut.
Nope.
No.
Orlando, Florida.
Oh my.
That's where the talks of building this physical Hall of Fame, right near the Performance Center. So who knows? We'll see how that goes. Last bit of news, and it's something to do with us here and our goon friends. We are going to Roadblock this Saturday in Toronto, and we will be doing a vlog for that, so either it'll be posted that night or the next day, so take a look for that on our journey to WWE Roadblock.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see that.
I want to get into that card real quick?
Yeah, we can talk about that. They've been changing this goddamn card for like the last week and a half. And I ranted about it on the Sunday Night Heat podcast last week.
What the fuck is the Divas match? Charlotte versus Natalia? Like,
so far they have it. It's not a booked match. They have it said that the two Divas that are appearing there are Charlotte and Natalia. I don't know why that would be a match. I mean, it's probably just something to squash Natalia and look dominant. It's probably what it's going to be, but that's terrible. But they have your girl, Sasha Banks, booked. Not at Roadblock, at the Atlantic City live event.
And they took your girl, Paige.
And they took my girl, Paige, off the card, which she was originally on the card, and I was excited to see, but now she's not going to be there. So I am also pissed off about that.
This is bullcrap.
So, and then they also switched the matches around. They also pulled AJ Styles for some reason.
He's going to be in
now we're not going to see AJ Styles, even though they hyped it like, oh, AJ Styles wrestling in Toronto for the first time. Why the hell are we not seeing this?
They did not have their shit together for this card.
Unbelievable.
They've changed it like 10 times.
They even changed the goddamn name to Roadblock from March to WrestleMania.
And what else we got? We got Y2J will be there for the highlight reel. Or
Yeah,
something?
and now the New Day is going to be facing
League of Nations.
League of Nations for the tag titles.
What is this?
I don't know. I don't know why that's even a match. They pulled. I mean, this kind of is kind of. I'm kind of okay with this. They pulled Luke Harper and replaced him with Bray Wyatt to face Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
that guy that's kind of cool. I mean,
yeah.
at least I don't have to see Luke Harper get squashed. I can actually see a good match. Then we have our championship match, which I'm actually looking forward to. That's probably going to be the only highlight of that entire card. But I get to see my boys from NXT, Enzo Amore and Big Cass. So yeah. It's going to be interesting to see.
What else are they going to fill for the 3 hours?
And Sami Zayn is rumored to be there, so maybe Sami Zayn has a match with undisclosed superstar who's probably going to be put in there without us knowing.
Yeah, well, I know Kevin Owens is projected for the Atlantic City one.
So maybe they'll pull him from there and make him face Sami Zayn or something. Who knows? Or maybe he'll face Miz or something like that.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, even though it's not the greatest card. But
or maybe Sami Zayn faces Chris Jericho. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe if we see that, I'd be happy with that. But not the greatest card. I'm hoping it turns out better. So, guys, tune in Saturday night to see that vlog, or Sunday. It'll definitely be posted. So that is the last bit of news. But I want to get into another segment, which I think we're going to continue on this show. If you didn't see it, follow me on Twitter at RealKyleMasters, and you can see I ran a couple polls during Monday Night Raw around subjects that are going on in Monday Night Raw and subjects going in WWE. So I'm going to go over those polls right now, and then we'll give our thoughts on them. First poll I put up, we have, will The Rock will have a match at WrestleMania 32? I had 17% people say yes, 83% people say no.
I don't think he's having a match. I
No?
think he's just going to have a segment with somebody.
I think he'll probably have a segment too. I think I'm agreeing with the no. But I think he's going to still have a physical role. I mean, he's not going to hype it this much to not have a physical role.
I think he's going to get in there and beat up somebody. But maybe help the Usos. I don't. But they're not even going to be. Match with the Dudleys.
Yeah, I know. Because they're irrelevant this week. Dudleys weren't even on Raw or SmackDown this week. It's pretty bad.
I can't. I don't even know what he would be at right now.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see what The Rock has in his role at WrestleMania.
Yep.
Next poll we have up, it was during the Tyler Breeze, or it was before the Tyler Breeze and Kalisto terrible match on Raw that I didn't talk about because it's not worth talking about. I put the poll up. Interestingly enough, I had 33% people say Kalisto and 67% people said Tyler Breeze, even though Tyler Breeze won the match. People actually thought Tyler Breeze were going to... Oh, no, this is reversed. I had 33% people say Tyler Breeze and Kalisto... No, okay.
No,
I'm saying this completely wrong.
Kalisto won the match.
Kalisto won the match.
But people said that they thought Tyler Breeze was going to win the match.
67% of you said Tyler Breeze was going to win the match, even though Kalisto won the match.
Tyler Breeze is turning into more of Dolph Ziggler than we thought. He's just getting buried now.
I know, it's hilarious. WWE doesn't like these pretty boys, I guess. I don't understand. They haven't had a good pretty boy since Shawn Michaels, so who knows? Moving on to the freaking... the third poll. We had, I can't believe, I hate this because every time I talk about it now, I get mad. The Y2AJ thing. This poll said, will Y2AJ win the tag titles? This was before the Raw match. 25% of you said yes, 75% of you said no, and you were correct. They did not win the titles. Yep. We ended up seeing the breakup of Y2AJ.
The heel turn. Yep.
Moving on to the next poll, we have, will R-Truth and Goldust ever settle their differences and become a tag team? 80% of you said yes, the Golden Truth is real, and no with the 20%. And it looks like they will be a tag team with the recent promos. Looks like their feud is getting together.
Can we just talk about how bad that backstage promo was? With
Mark Henry with Mark Henry and the pizza.
The Chicago style pizza.
That was pretty funny though.
Come on.
I thought it was quite entertaining and really funny. So
no. Mark Henry just doesn't deserve this.
Okay.
He deserves to be doing more than squashing a pizza.
Yeah. He squashed a pizza, a Chicago-style deep dish pizza.
Oh, my God.
Actually, I heard those are pretty good. So
yeah, well.
I'd love to try one day.
Move on.
Moving on to the next poll. Who will win the Divas title at WrestleMania 32? Becky Lynch with 30%.
What?
Charlotte with 10%. And Sasha Banks with 60%.
It should be more than 60%.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting enough how Charlotte got less votes than Becky Lynch.
That's bad.
That's hilarious.
Everyone knows that.
I thought it would go Sasha, Charlotte, then Becky, but it went Sasha, Becky, then Charlotte.
The wannabe leprechaun, as Sasha called him.
So 60% of you think Sasha Banks, which I'm pretty much with that 60%, and you are too. that Sasha is going to win the Divas title at WrestleMania 32.
I'm gonna make a bank statement right now. 100% she wins it. I will take anybody.
That is
on
a
bet.
huge bank statement indeed.
It will.
Will Shane fight at Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania 32? Yes, 100%. You guys said he's ready to go, and no, 0%. Someone will step in. So
I'm surprised Phil even
100%. You guys think that Shane is going to wrestle in Hell in a Cell. You know what? I'm going to agree with that because I've seen his training session videos lately, and it looks like more and more it's going to be Shane versus Undertaker, and it's going to be he's going to pull off some crazy shit still probably. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But don't count John Cena out since he's still cryptic tweeting. So who knows?
He's gonna troll on that day or something.
Next poll: do the League of Nations have a chance to be the dominant tag team in the WWE? 25% of you said yes, lots of potential. 75% of you said no, soon to break up.
Well,
wow, that's an interesting poll right there.
Well, maybe when they started it had a chance, but now
I'm at the yes. I see lots of potential in this. I see them actually, if they use them right, they actually can become a dominant tag team in the WWE.
The problem is Barrett's not resigning.
I know.
June.
That's what they can get easily someone to replace. Maybe Neville. You can turn Neville heel and replace Barrett. There you go.
Well, you put
League of
Kevin Owens
Nations
in there.
or Kevin
He's
Owens. There you
Canadian.
go. French Canadian. You play that French Canadian character. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the yes, and the people that said yes, that they do have potential.
I like the theme. I like Del Rio. The rest of it, garbage.
So you're like on the fence.
Yeah.
So next poll. This is a kind of a two-parter poll. We have the first part. Can Dean Ambrose go into the WWE Roadblock event with the upper hand by defeating Bray Wyatt on Raw? So that poll is posted during Raw. And yes, 83% of you said. No, 17% of you said. This kind of sort of played out. He got beat up by the Wyatts. So didn't really put himself over. But he put himself over by beating up Triple H with the Dirty Deeds and holding the title over him. So in a way, the people who voted yes in this won. The people who voted no, you kind of won a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you want to make him look strong going into a pay-per-view.
You can't make him look like... Well, if you make him look like trash and getting buried, people are going to be like, shit, maybe he's going to win the title now. He's going to overcome everything. So
the challenger always has to look good going into the event, right?
The part 2 of this poll, I put, does Dean Ambrose win the title at Roadblock? 45% of you said yes, and 55% said no. So it's almost split right down the middle. Do you think this was
more of a favoritism pick? Like a bias pick rather than a...
I think so.
Rather than an actual...
But that was right down the middle. I think this is the one poll that had the most votes on it.
How many votes were
it's going to be... I can't see it right now because I don't have it up because my tablet's up here, but I have the pictures up, and they're going to be up every time I post a poll here, so I'll have to go look at it after. But going into the last poll, we have Dolph Ziggler. Can he overcome the odds against the League of Nations on Raw? I posted that before the match happened, and it was split down the middle. I had yes 50% and no 50%.
Oh my god!
And nope, he lost.
he got bodied.
He got bodied. I can't believe people were having half
people were just hoping that he would win. But
yeah, they're feeling bad for him. You know, he had good intentions with that tweet, sort of. So maybe people just felt bad and hoping he would win.
Dolph, stop tweeting at people and just block people.
Yeah, just continue your block tweets. Those are hilarious. But yeah, that's it for that poll segment, guys. And
I like that.
Tune into Raw to get in on the voting. I'm going to be posting a lot of polls during Raw from now on, so check that out at Real Kai Masters on Twitter. So that's going to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen, for another episode of The Lowdown Show, your favorite and my favorite, one of my favorites, Thursday night WWE podcast, where we review and discuss Raw and SmackDown from the week and any important news in the WWE, as well as our new segment, the poll segment. You know what? Comment in the section below if you have a good name for our poll segment at the end of the show, and we want it, what you want to call it. Leave it in the section below. Maybe you have a creative name more than I do with poll segment.
We'll think of that for now. That'll be homework for next week.
Yeah, that'll be our homework. If you like this episode, hit that like button on the YouTube page as well as subscribe to the channel. You can also like us on Facebook and also follow us on Twitter. All the links will be in the description below and in the description below on YouTube. And again, if you would like to join in on the conversation, share your thoughts and comments in the section below on the YouTube video, or tweet us at NoHoldsBarWP or one of our Twitter handles and use the hashtag #TheLowdownShow. Until next time, I'm your self-proclaimed greatest host, Kyle Masters, and I'm continued to be joined by my co-host, the boss, Mr. Corporate himself, Corporate Cappy.
Check us out on Saturday. It'll be a good night.
Yep. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and as always, we're here reminding you to keep it on the lowdown.
You're looking at the real deal now. Gonna kick this sorry ass out on the street. Is that what you got? You used to think you owned the street. We're back to